An old derelict gasworks in Warsaw and two women preoccupied with work, Katarzyna and Bea. I'm not a shaman, I'm a photographer, and this is Bea Lech, the one that listens to the wind, one of the heroines of my last project, Women of Power. And how did all this come about? It began with a wedding that never took place and an unworn wedding dress. The story itself was very romantic. The wedding was to take place in a village in Tuscany on a hill. How we might imagine weddings in American films, with a white canopy and beautifully dressed guests, wine in a garden. After all this, I was only left with a dress, because the wedding never took place, and right at the moment when everything had already been prepared. So I started to work with this dress in order to cope with the situation. Katarzyna Maya began work on the Fading Bride project with a wedding photography session in which she was the main subject. She worked with the wedding dress for almost 2 years and what it symbolizes in a contemporary European environment. And it appears that I finally defeated the dress, the idea of the dress, and one fine morning I built a bonfire and burned it. At a certain point during my work on the dress, elements of a new project appeared. It started with me meeting women who learn rituals and how to burn powerful objects from a culture foreign to us, namely the North American Indians. With time, I began to wonder, how many women function outside the main current of spirituality in Poland, where they are, and what are they doing, who they are. So I started to look for them.
Jesteśmy teraz na Starym Rynku.
We're now in the town square in Warsaw, and we're approaching the spot where, in the old days, women were burnt at the stake. Now it's a touristy place. There's no trace of what happened here. The spot is more or less there. While working on this project, I found an unbelievably high number of spiritual paths which can be considered alternative. In Poland, with the domination of Catholicism, these are side streams which the women have found for themselves. The women: Lartea, Anna, a whisperer, Julia, an independent witch, Maria, a healer and a visionary, Amila, the one who is, Elwinga, a druid contemporary, Kasia, a herbal healer. Kasia, a herbalist who recreated the traditions of her grandfather, who was a herbalist and who died in a concentration camp. He had a herbarium in which he had beautifully handwritten recipes and concoctions and notes on the use of individual herbs. Natalia LL, artist and a witch. Enienia. These are definitely not women who follow established paths. They find their own. They feel that it's not for them, and they don't want to follow the same paths as others do, so they begin searching for something. I was interested in women because I am a woman. I think this project for me was sort of a search for something, which I as a woman was lacking, which is contact with other women that is not based on backstabbing, competing, but on supporting each other and sharing experience. This Lekbea, the witch, the one that listens to the wind.
Ja uważam, że każda kobieta jest magiczna i każda
I
kobieta
think that every
ma
woman
w
is
sobie ten
magic,
rys.
has this trait in her, knows what will happen before it does, sees into the future, dreams. Kasia, with each of the women she photographed, managed to capture this
Kasia
thing,
potrafiła z
and if
każdej
Kasia did not
kobiet,
have the
którą
eye of a
znam,
witch,
wyciągnąć to
she would
coś.
not have been able to
I gdyby Kasia
capture
nie miała
this
oka
thing
wiedźmy,
from any
to bez
witch.
żadnej wiedźmy
She
tego nie
pulled women
wyciągnęła.
out of their hiding
Wyciągnęła
places,
kobiety tak bez
as it
ukrycia.
turns out.